Hi, this is Austin Wyatt. My practice presentation for my project on technology and human interaction. My first slide here, just a little introduction to how technology has evolved over time. As you can see, at the 60s, technology was not very important and had not much of an impact on people's lives. In the 70s, technology was used primarily for academics. The 80s is when technology started to come into people's homes. 90s, technology was easy to find everywhere, but it wasn't quite involved in our lives that much. 2000s, technology really exploded. 2010s, where we are now, technology is essentially affecting every aspect of our daily lives. Technology has definitely brought some positive changes. Some of them listed here: extended life expectancy through medical technologies, global connection, through things like the internet, safer travel, better materials for airplanes, better computer systems for airplanes, for automobiles, things like that, and more efficient industrial processes. While that may cut into human capital and might reduce the need for the number of human workers, technology definitely makes things more efficient on the industrial side. My presentation in a whole is based around technology, but the primary concern of my topic is social media. This slide here shows just some stats for usage of some social media as of 2014. It's pretty amazing to see this. When just 15 or 16 years ago, technology was still crawling, and social media sites were just not around. Most of these websites on this picture here were not in existence. Facebook is the one that stands out to me the most because more than 1.3 billion people using Facebook. And I think 15 years ago, none of those people were able to use it because it wasn't around. And now, when that humongous group of people is able to connect to each other at their fingertips. Social media definitely has some upsides. Like I said, global connection. News is easy to spread amongst, friends and even the public. Cases like Amber Alerts or emergency evacuations, things like that. Social media makes it easier to spread that news. The ability to reestablish lost connections. This one, I've experienced with my father. He didn't know his mother, for the majority of his life, and through the internet, we were able to locate her, and through social media, they are now able to connect with each other. Alright, so when did it all go wrong? I don't think there's a good answer to this question. This picture is a interesting picture. The teacher asks, "Why don't you say good morning?" And the student simply answers, "I've got no iPhone app for that." To me, this is a very good representation of just how technology has grown to be so interwoven in our lives that we are becoming reliant. The younger generations are being exposed to these technologies, and it's really starting to have a negative impact. This picture here, to me, is very powerful. It shows a human hand reaching out to a robotic hand, and representative of somebody sitting on a computer reaching out for connection through things like social media, and all they're getting is this artificial connection, because when you meet someone or talk to somebody on things like Facebook or Twitter or any other kind of social media, you're only experiencing the part of that person that they want to show you. It's very difficult to tell, if that person is legitimately trying to connect with you, or if they're just, toying with you. And it's very hard to think about, but we all experience that when we interact with each other through social media. This picture here, a quote by Einstein: "I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots." I'm in no way saying the people in these photos are idiots, or that people who use their phones or tablets or whatever in public are idiots, but we are definitely, as a society, moving towards, validating the statement he made. We are losing our ability to connect with each other face to face, verbally, meeting people in public. If you think about it, the last 15 years, technology has brought us to this point. But the thousands of years before technology, people had to connect with one another face to face. They had to meet face to face, and of course that has its downsides. You're only experiencing a very, very, very small portion of a huge globe full of people. But I wonder if it's really worth the sacrifice of taking this technology and using it to connect to those people, if the connections we are making just lack the depth that a real interaction would have. Again, this picture shows somebody on Facebook, with the words saying, "I'm trying to add more friends." It's a very powerful picture to me, in relation to this topic, because this person wants friends. They're seeking out friends through social media, while just outside the door, there's people who are searching for that same interaction. And if they would just go out and attempt to have that interaction, they would. Interesting fact that I found is, according to Forbes, only 7% of communication is verbal, which leaves a very large portion to be through other methods, including text messages, emails, and things like that. Summary: I do think it's evident that we've become reliant on technology, and like I said, with the focus being on social media. We all need to step back and take a look at just how much we use social media, how much we use these technologies to interact with each other, and take steps to find solutions so that we can, get back to connecting with each other face to face, communicating with each other face to face, or things such as that. And I hope that we can all realize that there's a problem and that we can all work to stop the problem.